Hello there, folks! Singularly causing the oil crisis since 2021. It's another edition of Fast Facts Live. I'm your host, the mealy-mouthed quizmaster of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe, and we have another fun game of trivia for you tonight. As you can see, behind me on the wall is our social media manager, Molly von Eschenbach. You can join her on the wall and dance like there's no tomorrow by just clicking join the wall and joining the fun. Also here, the man making sure that everything is running safe, smooth, and sound is noted jurist Tom Hillmeyer. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I don't want to be a noted jurist.
Well, I'm noting that you're a jurist. Tom has jury duty this week. How's it going?
I can't tell you that.
You can't tell me. Okay, you don't have to tell me anything about the case. You should.
Later. I'll tell you on Friday when it's over.
No, when you legally can. No. But tell me personally, how are you feeling being in jury duty?
It's fascinating.
Is it?
Yes. It's very different from what you see on TV and movies, but it's simultaneously very similar. Like, it's a lot less emotional. Like, there's nobody yelling objections or anything.
A lot less Law and Order stuff.
A lot less drama, but all the mechanics are still there. So there are objections and witnesses and you're trying to figure out piecing. It's also very much like a true crime show where you're trying to watching it, piecing together all the things as they come.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see how they're laying out what happened or what they think happened, strategically. It's fascinating and also somewhat boring in some parts where they're just listing things off just to get it into the record, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. I think what you should do on Friday, the last day you're saying is the last day that you will be in.
Hopefully it's the last day. That's what I'm planning for.
I think what you should do is, if the judge ever asks a question, stand up or says somebody's out of order. You should stand up and shout, "You're out of order! You're out of order! This whole trial's out of order!" and do the whole Al Pacino sort of thing.
No.
What? Okay, what? It's a contempt charge. You'll go to jail and have to pay a fine, and it'll be on your record. What else is gonna happen?
All of that stuff.
Yeah! That's all fine.
No.
Anyway, in case you want to know how to not be sent to a trial in the Fast Facts Live courtroom, here are the rules on how to play.
Hello, I am Charty. Welcome to Season 6 of Fast Facts Live. Here's how to play. There will be 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You will have 20 seconds to answer each question. There is no penalty for guessing, so if you don't know an answer, guess. You follow along and answer in ChartyBot. When you submit an answer for a question, ChartyBot will automatically move you forward to the next question. You can check the leaderboard in the menu in ChartyBot. No matter where you are, hitting resume will bring you back to answering questions. You can double or nothing 1 round per game. ChartyBot will ask you at the end of each round if you want to use it. If you got every question correct in that round, your score for that round will double. If you got at least 1 question wrong in that round, you will get 0 points for the entire round. You can wager between 0 and 10 points for the Hail Mary question after round 5. If you answer incorrectly, you will lose the amount you wagered, so wager cautiously. A tiebreaker question will be asked to everyone after the Hail Mary, but will only apply to teams tied for first place. Don't cheat, think fast, and have fun. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Good luck.
So hopefully you learned how to play if you didn't know how to play from watching those rules. If you didn't learn how to play, what were you doing? You should have been paying attention. Before we go over the teams that we have playing tonight, I just want to say a quick thank you to my mother, who texted me that my hair looks great tonight. Thank you. You will be disappointed to know that I still did not wash it. She was scolding me because I have not washed my hair in a few weeks. And before you say that I am disgusting, know that you're right, I am disgusting, but Tom has also not washed his hair. So
Dan and I subscribe to the same people and same internet everything, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So we both watched the exact same video with this guy who hasn't shampooed in 5 years.
Yeah, and his hair looks great.
Yeah, and he's like, it's healthier, it's smoother, it's like, because all the chemicals you put in your hair.
It's all the natural. Yeah, and you know how worried I am about the chemicals I put in my body.
Oh, yeah.
I eat sweet tarts all the time. Do you know what those are made out of? Anthrax, probably? I don't know, but anyway, thank you for the compliment, Mom, and I'm sorry that you have found the way that the sausage gets made, the sausage being my hair. So we have a bunch of teams playing tonight, a lot actually, and I'm going to read your names. We have Go Yankees, we put the Goon in Drama Goon, Boomer Boys Night, Jomo's Mojo, Castaways, Band-Aid, California Cool Guys, Saturn's Moon Tethys, Tumbleweeds, Lori Berkner is not in the house, SPF for life, I'm Philip Seymour Hopman, Young and Old featuring Logie, Ellen DeGeneres wearing Joker makeup, Olaf's Cool Kids who are semi-fanatic about softball, Lucille 2, and It's Wednesday. I like the confidence on It's Wednesday. Thank you all for playing. Let's not waste any more time and let's get into the game with the first round of this edition of Fast Facts Live being D&D. Emphasis on the and, otherwise it's just double D's, baby. Question 1. This game is a tabletop role-playing game first published in 1974. Remember, the initials D and D. All right, D&D number 2. This one is a 1994 film starring Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. D&D number 3. This one is the act of leaving without paying the check. Number 4. This is a computer term for clicking and moving files where you want them in a graphical user interface. And question 5. This is an informal way of declaring that something is completely finished. All right, that is it for the D&D round. Hopefully you're all warmed up and ready to go after that, what was in effect a pretty easy round, because guess what? This next round is called Out of the Closet, and it is another round from my grandfather, America's favorite Jeopardy contestant, Bob Olson. If you were not around last week, we had a round written by my grandfather. He sent it in. Very thankful for him for sending it in. Out of the probably about 100 answers that we got over the whole round, there were 3 total correct answers. So I did receive an email from him with some advice on how to clarify the rules of the round, which I will read off to you verbatim so you can hear his disappointment. The email was sent with no subject, and the email says, based on complaints from my college-educated children, we need to soften up the questions. I suggest point out that these clues should be thought of similar to clues in a crossword puzzle. So, think about these clues like the clues in a crossword puzzle. And the noun in the title of the set of clues is a clue itself. So the noun in the title, it's closet, that's a clue. Think of closet-related terms. Answers derive from that noun, and then all of them relate to each other. So hopefully, with this further clarification from my grandpa, you will do better in this round. Anyway, let's get into it. Out of the closet, question 1. All things being equal. Out of the closet, number 2. Gets rid of the kids. Okay, based on the answers that we've gotten for just the first question, I need to really drive home the point that the noun is closet. And
Can we
think
just straight up say what category of words we're looking for?
think of closet literally. Clothing.
We're looking for things that you can find in a closet
Yeah.
that also relate to the clue.
There we go. Anyway, thank you, Tom. Question 3. Teenage Romeo in action. Okay, question 4. Again, item you can find in the closet that fits this category.
Oh my God.
Comes up light on the payments. This round is going really well. Question 5. Reacts physically to an insult. There are 2 possible answers for this. You got it! That is it for round number 2. If you're a masochist, double or nothing, I guess. I don't know.
Can we issue an official apology?
No, I'm not going to apologize for it. I thought that this one was easier than last week's one. Last week's were all fish. This one are all clothing items that you can find in a closet. I thought that it was kind of clear from out of the closet based off of the noun in the title closet. Anyway, Tom can issue an apology.
I'm gonna issue an apology.
I
Tear Dan apart in the exit poll at the end of the round.
can only issue a resigned sigh on the behalf of my grandfather, because that's how he would react. He would be equally as...
I enjoy these rounds, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I just... people are not understanding them, so...
So we need
So
more.
that's why I don't...
We need more so that people can get used to them and then just really drive it on home.
No. That's
Yes,
not how we're
yes.
gonna get new players.
Okay, so immediate feedback that we've gotten already. In the future, one contestant, one player, thinks that the grandpa round should have a longer time period to think about it. Maybe double the time. I like
I don't
spitballing
have
these
a different
ideas.
timer graphic.
Well, we could just play it twice. I mean, we really don't have to be that intense about it. We could just play it again, Sam. I like spitballing these ideas live on air.
Oh yeah, we're just killing time.
Yeah. Anyway, we should take a break. So we're going to do that, and when we come back, we'll have more ideas how to get more of my Grandpa's questions on air, so stay tuned. And we're back! It's Fast Facts Live. Let's go over the answers for rounds 1 and 2. You did really well at round 1, which almost cancels out how poorly most of you did in round 2. D&D! Tabletop role-playing game first published in 1974. It's the D&D. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Movie with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. That's Dumb and Dumber. Not the sequel, Dumb and Dumberer. That one came out 18 years later. What did I just do? Don't know what that was. This one is the act of leaving without paying the check. That is Dine and Dash.
That one was worth...
That was with 1 point. I messed up on the scoring on the slides. Tom had me make the slides this week because he was busy doing his civic duty. I was busy watching Adam 12. So we were equally involved in the law enforcement process. This one is a computer term for clicking and moving files where you want them in a graphical user interface. That is drag and drop. And lastly, an informal way of declaring something completely finished. We have done and dusted, but we also accepted done and done because that is another common idiom. That's a double D idiom. Moving around to out of the closet. Again, clothing items. The operative noun was closet.
The heck is an operative noun?
Okay. You're college educated too.
Yeah, my college was about making movies, not operative nouns. Did you have to diagram sentences in college?
No.
Oh.
I only had to diagram sentences in 6th grade, and I did really poorly at it.
I got really good at it by 8th grade.
What's the predicate of the sentence out of the closet?
That was like 10 years ago. So,
Yeah.
holy crap, middle school was 10 years ago.
It was. Anyway, all things being equal, that's a tie. Gets rid of the kids? Shoe! Shoes! Shoe!
That one's a stretch.
Yeah. Teenage Romeo in action. This is in the pants.
Can you explain this?
No, I don't understand this one either. But someone got it right, so it makes sense to someone.
Is it he's running, so he's panting? But why Romeo?
I don't know. Saturn's moon Tethys, if you could explain at some point, I don't know how, but if you could,
At the very end, we'll ask you for additional comments. Explain the answer.
and we'll explain it next week. Comes up light on the payments, you're a little short. Shorts. And reacts physically to an insult, socks.
Sock it to me.
Wham, bang, boom. Yes. Let's move on to round 3. Don't worry. This is about negative music. Direct quote from my mom. Why do you listen to such angry songs? She asked me in 2017.
Which I don't know if any of these songs were the songs she was referring to.
Oh no, the ones that you have listed, these are like, oh, these are good, these are fine. They might have like maybe negative emotions in them, but they're
Yes.
not like angry yelling songs.
Right.
Like what I listen to. So, question 1. Modest Mouse's 4th studio album promised good news for people who love what? Number 2. The 2003 song Unwell was written by what American alt-rock lead singer? Numero 3. 2015's Positive Songs for Negative People is the 6th album by what artist? Number 4. According to Three Dog Night, 1 is the what kind of number? A few people got Rob Thomas. Ah! Good thing you all answered that question. Number 5. In what year did Billy Joel predict New York apocalypse survivors would be telling their grandchildren about how they seen the lights go out on Broadway, yeah, from their retirement homes in Miami? 20 seconds. That is it for negative music, which means that it's time to move on to the 4th round, which I'm pausing so you can get in your answers. If you think you did really well in that round, double or nothing. If you don't. It's the best advice that I could ever give you. But before we move on to the next round, I guess I can clarify the pants answer. For Teenage Romeo in the Out of the Closet one, the only correct answer that we got was from the team Saturn's Moon Tethys, and the message that we received explaining it was, Dan, I got it entirely because I thought Romeo was horny, and that's why I said pants. I am not smart enough for Grandpa Round. Thank you for the explanation. That's what I assume the correct answer. That's why I think it's the right answer. I don't know. We're all blind. We're all flying blind together. Let's move on to the next round. Architects. Can we build it? No, but we can design it for someone else to build. Question 1. Frank Lloyd Wright designed the headquarters for what family cleaning supplies company headquartered in Racine, Wisconsin? Number 2. What architect, who died after being struck by a car while bicycling last weekend, designed postmodernist buildings like the Thompson Center in Chicago and 2 Liberty Place in Philadelphia? Question number 3. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe was the last director of what German art school closed down due to pressure from the Nazi regime, whose name translates from German to building house? Guess what? This question's actually worth 3 points because I misjudged the difficulty.
This will
of
be the
it.
last time Dan makes the keynote.
Hey, it will be, but hey. Question 4.
Unless I get put on another jury.
You could be on jury duty for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna be at.
I.M. Pei designed a glass and steel pyramid in the main courtyard of what famous European institution?
This one's worth 1 point.
It's worth 1 point. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And the last architecture question. What architect, who designed the Walt Disney Concert Hall and Museum of Pop Culture, among other buildings, is known for his deconstructivist, seemingly unfinished or crude design style, seen here in a diner booth with the characters of Arthur? That is it for the Architects round. Double or nothing if you follow McMansion Hell on Twitter and learn about architecture from that. Or, you know, if you didn't know the answer to the last round, I'm not going to explain how you could find the answer because we haven't gotten all the answers in. But once we do, I can explain how I gave away the answer. You know what? We've gotten almost all of them in, and the one answer that we haven't gotten in, you're not going to look it up, I don't think. We've gotten them all in. So I gave away the last answer on my Twitter. I have a Twitter, Dan O'Keefe86, if you want to see if you got that last answer right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I'll tell you the other answers too, and we'll have more questions. So stay tuned. To answer the question raised by the wall, who should we follow on Twitter? The answer is me! Yes, Greg Gutfeld. That's me. Follow the show Gutfeld. I don't know. Let's go over the answers. I'm not going to give you my handle. Negative music. Modest Mouth's fourth studio album promised good news for people who love bad news, and that's where the song Float On is from. From what I've heard, Modest Mouse, terrible to see in concert. The 2003 song Unwell was written by what American alt-rock lead singer, the lead singer of Matchbox 20, his name, Rob Thomas. If you were coming up with a fake name, you couldn't come up with one more plain than Rob Thomas. Question 3. 2015's Positive Songs for Negative People is the sixth studio album by what artist? Frank Turner. According to Three Dog Night, 1 is the what kind of number? It's the loneliest number that you'll ever do. And then in what year did Billy Joel predict New York apocalypse survivors would be telling their grandchildren about how they seen the lights go out on Broadway from their retirement homes in Miami? Heaven's waiting room. In the bright future of 2017.
I also noticed that this is listed as
Okay,
round 3, question 1.
Keep going. Drag me more.
No, I'll drag the people who are playing. I can't believe nobody knew that this was 2017. One person got it correct.
I didn't know this one.
It's the title of the song. Miami 2017, Seen the Lights Go Out on Broadway. Okay, anyway.
I don't listen to Billy Joel. I'm not a New Yorker. I assume you can only listen to Billy Joel if you're from New York, like you can only listen to Bruce Springsteen if you're from Camden, New Jersey. Let's move to
What if I'm from that chapel in the middle of Kansas?
the middle of Kansas.
Yeah, where I drove my Jeep to go find Bruce
You
Springsteen.
gotta fight that commercial. You did get a fight with the bits in the computer that make up that commercial.
Okay.
Anyway, architects. Frank Lloyd Wright designed the headquarters for what family cleaning supplies company, headquartered in Racine, Wisconsin. Emphasis on family because it's S.C. Johnson, a family company. And then the corner pops up. Again, I found out what hitting B on Keynote does. What architect who died after being struck by a car while bicycling?
B for black. It'll go to a...
Who was struck by a car while bicycling last weekend, designed postmodernist buildings like the Thompson Center in Chicago and 2 Liberty Place in Philadelphia. That is architect Helmut John. Remember to always look where you are driving to make sure that there are no bicyclists around so you do not cause something like this. And if you are biking, to always be aware. Question 3. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe was the last director of what German art school closed down due to pressure from the Nazi regime, whose name translates from German to building house. Bauhaus! In the middle of our street, Bauhaus! Na, 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 na. Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. I'm not going to keep going. I.M. Pei designed a glass and steel pyramid in the main courtyard of what famous European institution? That is the Louvre. Le Louvre, as the French say. And then what architect who designed the Walt Disney Concert Hall and Museum of Pop Culture, among other buildings, is known for his deconstructivist, seemingly unfinished or crude design style, seen here in an episode of Arthur. Slightly bigger, it's Frank Gehry. Terrifying. He has ears on the top of his head. What's holding up his glasses?
Does this make him an aardvark in the Arthur universe?
Yeah, it's like how Matt Damon is also an aardvark in the Arthur universe.
Oh. Interesting.
Scary. Let's move on to the toss-up round. Exclusively questions about the act of mixing a salad. Tossing a salad. Just kidding. Question 1. NBC recently announced they will not air the 2022 edition of what awards show? Question 2. Which major international airport is named in honor of a World War II battle? 20 seconds. Question numero tres. In Alaska, it's illegal to whisper into someone's ear when they are hunting what animal? Question 4. The first fully automated toll highway in the world is Ontario Highway 407, spanning the area of what non-capital city? And the last toss-up question. Belle, Spike, Olaf, Andy, and Marbles are all siblings of what comic character? That is it for the toss-up round, which means that there are only 2 questions left in Fast Facts Live, with the big one being the Hail Mary question. But realizing that I did not do the business that I normally try to do, I'm going to do that right now. If you like Fast Facts Live and would like to support us, you can do so monetarily on Patreon at patreon.com/fastfactslive. We have different tiers of support that get you different levels of prizes or swag, what have you, including writing a round to be played on Fast Facts Live. If you don't want to support us on Patreon, you don't have to. If you want to support us with a one-time donation, you can go into the tip jar in ChartyBot and give us money there. If you don't want to give us any money at all, that's fine. You can help us by spreading the word, following us on social media, getting other people to follow us on social media. We have wonderfully curated media feeds by our social media manager, Molly von Eschenbach. So spreading the word, telling your friends is really the best way that you can support us. But we are doing a charity show on the 23rd, which is the second to last Sunday of the month, where half of the proceeds will go to Hunger Task Force in Milwaukee, and the other half will go to the charity of the winning team's choice. We have some announcements to go with that. What we are going to do is, when you donate...
We should do the Hail Mary and do these announcements afterwards.
But people might tune out. But you're right. You're right. We're going to the Hail Mary. The category is the government. Government positions. And that's enough time. Joseph Auslander was the first person named to what position in the United States, appointed by the Librarian of Congress, dedicated to the promotion of one specific field in the arts of the United States? What is it? 20 seconds. All right, that's the Hail Mary question. In case there's a tie, here's the tiebreaker. Excluding the Department of Defense, how many federal employees are there in the United States? All right, that's it for all the questions. We are going to take a break. When we come back, I will explain to you what we are going to be doing for the charity show, and then we will have the winner of Fast Facts Live. So don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss it. Hey, we're back. I bet you want to know who won this week. But you won't get to know that until I explain what I was going to explain before Tom said, there's probably a better place to put this. And I said, yes. So, the charity game on the 23rd. What we are doing is we will be giving you a point for every $10 that you donate. Up to 5 points. So up to $50, you will get a point in the game for every amount that you donate. And also the top donating team will get another extra point on top of that. So if you really think that you're down by 6 points and want to win in the charity game, you can give $10,000. And I mean, if you give $10,000, we'll just declare you the winner, because that's incredibly charitable of you. But yes, everybody can get up to 5 points for, I was going to say for free, but for a price. But that price is entirely going to charity.
Yep.
And then whoever donates the most amount of money in that will also get an extra point.
We also have the shields.
Yes.
So if you... I can explain this.
It was your idea. You came up with this all on your own. It's a great idea.
So for $25, you get a double or nothing shield. So basically that means you can double or nothing, basically risk-free. If you would have gotten 0 points for that round, it just gives you the points as if you didn't use your double nothing at all. So if you got 5 right in a round that was worth 5, you still get the 10 points. If you got 4 right in a round that was worth 5, you get 4 points.
Yeah.
It just gets rid of it. So it's a shield, so it basically takes away the risk. And then we have 1 for the Hail Mary that's worth 50, or that's $50. So you pay that.
You bet what you would bet.
You bet what you would bet, and if you get it wrong, you don't gain or lose any points.
Yeah, you just stay steady.
You just stay steady.
It basically gives you the confidence to bet 10
Yes.
no matter what without fear of losing it. So you'll be able to get that when we have the page launched on our website.
The page is open on the website. Donations will open up after the game right before it, because I have to modify CharityBot to make it work with all of this. So
Yes.
It'll open sometime after the next game.
Yeah, so after next Wednesday, you'll be able to start getting that money in to go to charity. Also, if you want to sponsor a round, we'll do that. You can do that if you really want to be charitable. Just for that, you should email us.
If you want to sponsor anything, email
Yeah,
us.
if really any way that you can give money to this, we will gladly take it, because we're not keeping any of it. All of it's going to charity. So any way that we can get more money to worthy causes, the better. With that, let's see who won. Toss up. NBC recently announced they will not be airing the Golden Globes. Which major international airport is named in honor of a World War II battle? That is the Midway International Airport in Chicago, Illinois, named after the Battle of the Midway. It is the Midway. It's not of Midway. It's the Midway.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Midway Atoll, so it was Battle of Midway.
I thought it was the Midway between Japan and the U.S.
I mean, that's why it's called Midway.
Yeah. Or Midway. I don't know. In Alaska, it's illegal to whisper into someone's ear when they are hunting moose. If you had answered meese, we would have given you an extra point. The first fully automated toll highway in the world is Ontario Highway 407, spanning the area of what non-capital city? That is Toronto. Toronto, the Six, as Drake calls it.
Oh, it's also round 5, question 1. I might keep dragging you with all of your errors.
There is gravel in my teeth for how far I have been dragged on this road. Belle, Spike, Olaf, Andy, and Marbles are all siblings of what comic character? Look up on the TV, it's Snoopy! Snoopy the dog. Hail Mary. Joseph Ostlander was the first person named to what position in the U.S. appointed by the Librarian of Congress dedicated to the promotion of one specific field of the arts in the United States. That is the position of Poet Laureate. And we did have a tie this week, so the tiebreaker question mattered. Excluding the Department of Defense, how many federal employees are there in the United States? 1,869,986. That's a big number, and a lot of you undershot it. Somebody said 502. I think there are more federal employees in the White House than that. But anyway, let's see who won this week. because, we all want to see that. So, starting from the bottom, as Drake did, in 17th, we have SPP for Life with 10 points. In 15th, we have a tie between Tumbleweeds and Olaf's Cool Kids, who are semi-fanatic about softball with 13 points. In 14th, with 14, we have Jomo's Mojo. In 12th, we have a tie between Band-Aid and I'm Philip Seymour Hoffman with 20 points. In a tie for 10th, we have Young and Old featuring Logie and It's Wednesday with 22. In 9th, Lori Berkner is Not in the House, has 29 points. In 8th, we put The Goon in Drama Goons, has 32 points. In 7th, Boomer Boys Night, 33 points. Tied for 5th, we have Saturn's Moon Tethys and Ellen DeGeneres wearing Joker makeup with 35 points. In a tie for 3rd, we have Go Yankees and Castaways with 37 points. In 2nd place, because of the tiebreaker, we have California Cool Guys with 38 points, which means in 1st place with 39 points, we have Lucille 2. Congratulations to Lucille 2 for winning this week's edition of Fast Facts Live. Raucous applause from the crowd. I don't know what sound it is.
I didn't have a celebration sound effect, so I didn't play anything.
Perfect. Because you won this week, you will be receiving a $10 Amazon gift card straight to your email box. And remember, if you're a patron, that gets bumped up to $15. So that's another perk of being a patron. Thank you all for playing so much this week. It's always fun to have you here. We love having you here, and we hope to have you back next week. Thank you to Tom for producing the show.
Thank you for hosting.
You're welcome. You're welcome for hosting. Thank you to our social media manager, Molly Von Eschenbach. Bach, not Pock. Seen here. Thank you to our social media manager. I just said that. Thank you to our Twitch czar, Dennis Tracy. That's not him. Remember, we will be back next week. Same fact time, same fact channel. I am Dan O'Keefe, and I will continue to be that. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, have fun, wear a mask, and get vaccinated. Bye-bye.